But I want it. You can warm up and move the leg, but there's also a way to drill so that you didn't have to actually roll. Because I didn't know what you were doing.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, no, you look fine. But what I want you to do is sit down. When we're playing this game, is I'm worried about your hands and your feet. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't want to let me get in between your legs. That's when I'm going to start making my move.
Yeah.
So all we're going to do is play a little foot game where if I step in, you're going to try to knee shift. You can even cross this ankle over, and then hug my leg. And now what you start doing is pushing my knee, hugging this, and using that X to extend. And if I drive in, you can use that to start getting me off balance. Okay, which is kind of thing. Yeah, so you can get stuck here because if you aren't able to measure the distance, your legs are now stuck. But this X guard can work in an extension when you extend out. And then keeping your frame on my knee, playing with this. So now I'm going to start worrying about this.
Yeah.
This is a real good way to distract the offensive guy on the feet. What I do is I end up deflecting the frame and just like, I don't shit, hurt your shit. And I end up right here.
Yeah.
So I want you to know that I said, no, it doesn't feel great at all. But I'm not going to hurt you, but it fucking hurts. It doesn't feel comfortable. Because my first instinct is to pull out. So if I start pulling out, you grab me. If I start driving in, then you frame. Boom. So you can start playing this little game with this open guard. So just like for different foot position. This is all I was kind of wanting to play so that you don't lose your position, you don't get caught pigeon-toed.
Yeah.
Or you don't get caught both your legs together, now you're going to get swept. You're kind of keeping your base.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And all you're going to try to do is just step in between my legs. And then we're going to play shin to shin. You can see how I try to prevent you from. That's it. Ooh. That's all you're going to play in this game.
Okay.
Once you get here, you can go this way, or you can drive that knee and knee under. But this is a game of playing.
Yeah. I'm trying to cross the barrier.
Yeah. Whereas before you were kind of bent over using your hands to frame out.
Doing
Which
this
is
a lot.
also good. Which is also good. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
But now we're going to get you to start penetrating the barrier.
Okay.
Through the motor. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be there, it might not be.
Yeah.
You see that? We just watch work. Go down these game trails, you're going to start cutting away at this game trail. That's all the same.
Okay.
So why do I have to lean back?
Because I was pushing your knees down, and I had come to your
I
side.
had to reguard it. I
Yeah.
can't reguard it when you're laying in here. It's already too late for me to, I can't come on my laying.
Right.
And as unflexible or whatever stiff as I am, I can't really slay in like you can.
Right.
If I'm regular, normal.
So if I'm you, at this point, do you want to get away from hugging?
So I'm kind of playing this weird game because I know that all you need to do is what Tanner does is drive this thing in my chest and crush it.
Yeah.
I've got nothing past my hips, and I can't quite let you can see I'm carrying your weight. So what I'm thinking of doing this.
It doesn't make any sense for me to like stand anymore. Like
Yeah,
come down
you're
because I
good.
made the penetration.
So if I hug you, I'm bringing you into me.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to say disconnect, and that's where which one?
Gotcha.
I'm trying to get out of that direct. So now if you want knee drop, it don't happen. But am I going to be quick enough to think of it? I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's just knowing that we're trying to get between the knees, trying to get the knees over the hips, pushing, pulling, grabbing the head. What Brian was suggesting was pulling this way was the opposite way I learned it, but it won't work.
Yeah.
I just like pushing the head because it gives that head, once my head's pushed in one direction, the rest of my body will follow.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something that I still like. It's okay to push on the head.
Yeah.
Do some head manipulation when it's not being a dick.
If you start feeling you starting to connect, you really get tight to the leg. You want to try to drive in that underhook here.
Okay.
But if for some reason I'm stuck, because my beast did this shin to shin. I'm really doing this. I'm getting perfect with my head. So you might not get get this leg for you?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be here. What I want you to think of is now fight for this underhook, push my elbow away, and really dig your arm and that armpit, and just, this is like a standing sprawl. If you got this underhook, I want you to think of driving your heel back. Using your glutes to donkey kick that back. And this frame of this underhook, it's not necessarily flattening it. You're using it as a frame to prevent you from getting up.
Yeah.
So if I beat you to this and I'm hugging your leg, create space, drive. You can feel this leg, where this is almost incidental. You need this frame, but all your power is going to drive that heel back.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but if you try to pull down underhook, I want you to feel the difference. This is where we all live.
Step here.
If you don't fight for this underhook, I'm winning.
Yeah, totally. Step and no power.
Get a good base, sprawl, drive that. Look at that. There's this subtle difference when you initiate it, but a big dramatic effect.
Like an anchor.
Yeah.
Then I can push out.
It's almost like the hinges on your door. You need those hinges. So I want you to think of wherever you're going, if you can overlook the head and you miss an underhook, go for the underhook first. That means you might have to shift your weight back and get your base back. Because if you go for an underhook and I'm over here and I start sweeping you, you might sweep over, right? But if you go for an underhook and I start trying to sweep you, but your hips are way back here, in any position, and as soon as you feel like you get under, you just basically squat down. Just like you lower your hips.
Yeah.
You saw that difference. You're still mobile because you have one foot up and one knee in.
I saw it yesterday too when you were giving me an example with Brian. I was like, oh, he's just, I'm not getting low, doing this now. Elevation change.
You're gonna find more stuff to your body. Like for me, where I'm trying not to get caught in the trap with the grips. So we end up playing hand fight for like 2 minutes and then
Yeah.
but I'm getting better. And that's the whole thing. I get frustrated, but I'm not looking at the finish.
Yeah. Right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So I just want you to think of different ways to go at people. So if you do find yourself, even in standing, in foot position, if we're standing up here, do you want it before or close? Depending on why you're doing it. We're kind of finding if you use an over under, and over under. So this is under, and this one will go over my arm. If you want to do this, over my arm.
Okay, yeah.
I'm doing this. I'm staying connected here. So right here, if I keep my hips away, I don't have much control, but I don't just look at my hips and I'm just trying to do
Huge difference.
right? Or I can go in here, I can start connecting this arm, inside. Now you're basically really good. That's what I want you to feel. This is going here, but you're still trying to keep your hips under your shoulders.
Yeah, so I'm not doing too much. Another thing I saw yesterday is he just moved this very powerful because of his base that he kept working on.
It looks like he says, he knows so much he doesn't know how to explain left to right, but what he has to, it's helping him figure it out.
Yeah.
You just need to
Sorry to watch too.
come in, you go with a pretty strong face. I want you to take a couple of lateral steps, moving brains. It doesn't help me. I'm more strong than you pushing me. Now I have to address it. The moment I lift my foot, you can block my foot from coming back. You felt, you immediately went in, I was like almost a pyramid coming in your brace. But if you shifted, I was going to have to alter my stance. So I got you double over under so you keep straight in. I don't care if you shift left or right. All you need is to block.
Yeah.
You need to block. What you did is you kept the weight and you walked. So it's the same thing you can do when I'm doing this. You're going left and right. You just put a post on my head. All you're doing is burying my butt cheeks in the mat. It's not always that easy, but if you time it just Because you know what I'm doing. Student, put your hand on me, okay? You know what? Now let's just take chest to chest. Right there. So knees and toes.
Okay.
Now you see that.
Get that pressure.
Yeah. And keeping your arms under my arms. You don't want to give me knees. And if I start inverting, if I'm really flexible, I want you to put your forehead on my navel. Outside. That's just as soon as I come back from you, you start adjusting to chest to chest. See how I got control? My hips can't come up to the bottom of the room.
Yeah.
If you pin my shoulders, there's no way I can curl up.
So should I just go elbows in your armpits? Or if I get it north south?
I want you to be loosey. I
Yeah.
want you to be.
Feels good to have my arms.
Yeah, you can go, you're flexible. You put one armpit in the elbow. One elbow on the armpit, the other one goes out. I like posting sometimes feet on the thighs.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So if you get that one elbow, what Tanner does here is that he grabs, and the key will grab my butt cheek, or grab my kneecaps.
Yeah.
And the key, and the no key really fucking violated every time. But anyways, it's there.
Yeah.
And you'll see that. So you can use that free hand, because now you get your chest to chest. Your head is low enough. Not actually at my navel, but I said shoot for my navel.
Yeah.
So my hips can't come up. What's your butt can hear? I can't really get this inverted.
Right.
Right? If one of my armpit, or one of whichever one, locks my shoulder in place because of that. This 3 points of contact. And all this is doing here is frustrating.
Yeah.
So you have that north south. So when you start going from side control, you may not be able to go to the other side, or the back, or the left, and whatever. But it works out. You can buy a lot of time. So we'll just work on the games. And you saw this.
Yeah.
And I know I'm able to feed you those. I don't think you really had to feed. You already saw that and said, what's that? I gotta do that.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a thought.
Yeah. Which is great. Things like that are just finally going for it.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, here's this. Oh no, he's got my neck again.
Another thing that I'm trying to do is keep my arm tight. So you can't get under it. Doesn't matter if it's there or not, I'll get a knee shook. So if I get a knee shook, put this fist on the mat on my head. So now I can't work hard. You can either drop this head down or then go right to the neck. So I want that.
Okay, so from here.
If any knee shield like that, if I got a knee shield, you've already blocked my knees, now you stable my leg. I want to come up from under me.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you this. You can just go right in there and please. Because I have to come up.
Yeah.
And even if I stay here and I try, I can't do any of that. So as you're coming in before you drop that knee, keep this elbow tight. And then we can start with knee shield sweep. We'll just get this one, the knees down there. I got this knee shield in there. This could be a nuisance.
Yeah.
Just by blocking this, you don't want to bring my knee. So all you really have to do is elevate your hips, lower your chest, right down on your toes, and you shift it past this. Immediately as your knee passes my knee, I want you to block my knee right here.
This hand or my hip?
Your knee.
Oh, my knee.
So I can't regard it.
Okay. So as soon as I come out, I'm just going boom.
Yeah, so, but it's like almost the same thing as I want you to shoot this under your chest to chest. So all the deal is once you find yourself in this knee shield, and I'm doing a good job here, you're almost doing a plank.
Yeah. I see it. Wow. but just keeping that in the way.
I like showing people that I do this because now I'm telling you,
Okay.
if for some reason I'm just being stubborn, I'm sticking here, and I'm not giving you anything, I want you to posture up, drop your face, put your thumb into my arm, my elbow pin.
This one?
This one.
Totally pushed your whole body down. I was waiting for just your arm to break, but you just kept going.
Because I'm stubborn. I don't want to give you this.
Yeah, you're being greedy.
I need to pump. Right? And it gives you the underhook.
And then I get the hundred.
You can even see clamp right there in my armpit, straight arm. Does the same thing. So this little thumb in the elbow can be used as a handle or a lever to push me over.
Yeah.
And if I try to pummel, I want you to see clamp my armpit or underhook. Now if you underhook and come here, I want you to lift up, knee slide. So lift up my elbow, knee slide, and step over my head. See that?
Yeah. Cool.
So if you get that little suitcase luggage handle right there with my elbow up in the air, we're going to try to transition to back or lumbar. But even here, you don't necessarily have a good underhook.
Yeah.
Let's say I got this quarter guard and I got your foot trapped. If you hip slide, like keeping this connected, again, you're trapping my elbow. I want you to drop your hip and slide towards your foot. And then you can elevate this to the ceiling and go north-south and step over my head. Boom. Because people are going to expect you to stay on that side because that's been your game for a while.
Yeah.
But now you can start transitioning, or if I start answering the step over, I'll just drop in myself. So you don't have an issue. I have all the issue there, and I'm blocking your head. Yeah, I'm doing a good job of staying nice and tight. So then you've got paths to go to that and north south.
I see the thing that we did. We used to have like quarter. Try this, or I'm stuck here. What we did a few weeks ago.
It's all going to be your purple belt right there. It's just trying to get guys to not be good in their defense for long time. But knowing that, I want you also to think about your defense for long time. How are you going to react to that 3/4 mount? So when you go back here to this 3/4 mount, I got your foot. It's the other way around. I got this thing. So that means you're almost completely mounted. Right? Your hips are over mine. I'm going to end up in this position. I know this is the end spot for me here. But what most people do is they'll give up this arm. I'm just keeping this elbow more tight. That's all I'm trying to do. So think of the frame that I'm going from this shoulder to this elbow, to your hip pocket, to this hip pocket, and this one's reinforcing. And I want my left elbow to be in front of your thigh, but I can't because I'm not real flexible and I lose my base. So you're going to probably sprawl your knees out and try to drive your hips into my body right now. It drives me. Well, I'll get my elbow in. And you feel this frame I have from your right knee to your right hip.
Yeah.
So
it's solid.
Yeah. So I'm not letting go of your foot, but I'm not in a good position. So what I want you to do, if you start feeling this, I want you to do this, and then I want you to feel this from the top. I want you to cross face me. So I got to duck in and be strong. And again, I'm going to scroll. Cross face me with this hand. Burn my head out. I'm going to have to answer that. So I'm going to start coming up. You can either try to use your left foot to pry my legs apart to get this foot out. Or you can go right back to the knee pad to this side, lifting up and over. And you can take my side, or you can put the knee pad. If you were to take my back, what I want you to do is grab my head and sit me up as you bring this left knee over down. So go from this knee. This is quarter. I have 1/4. So I only have an ankle.
Yeah.
So it's because you can't get this. I'm being stubborn here, I'm being greedy. You're just like, fine. Up and over. I'm framing. I beat you to the frame. You're going to cross face with your right hand. Extend my head away. Decide whether you want to try to get this leg free, depending on what I do. Or go back to the knee cut. Boom. If you don't get the knee cut, you go off the back. And with this back kick, I want you to think you're literally sitting up. I have your foot, and I think I'm doing good. But as you can tell, because I have your foot, basically I'm giving you this hook. So let's just slow this down. You're gonna overhook my head because I'm doing this. And I want you to, as soon as you elevate me, bring your left knee under my ear, almost like a pillow. Pivot your hips around it. You lift me in, but you can't drag me on you.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Like this more?
Yeah, no, you did it. Because what some people will do is they'll get just their shin behind my back,
Right.
and then they'll pull me onto them.
Like this. Yeah.
The difference is here, you're pulling my head up, I'm sitting up in my butt cheek, you're bringing that knee around the, look, I held on your foot and you did fuck off for me.
Right.
Now you've got both hooks. If you wanted to, you can just cross your ankles right there, above my hips. You can stop on your own ankle if you wanted to.
That's right.
And either one, I cannot cross my feet over your ankles, crush your ankles. Because you're crossing your ankles above my knee line.
Yeah.
On my hips. So this is like never cross your ankles when you got back control.
Right.
Like that. But as you start to, more experience, the higher you get, obviously I can't track this.
Yeah.
And if I start worrying about this, I want you to just short choke me this, go like that. And I want your left forearm in the back of my shoulder muscles or shoulder blades. Yep.
Gotcha.
Head forward on the back of my ear and tap.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, I've been avoiding the ankle cross, but it makes sense if you're up on the leg.
fix the camera, just take you back here and I want you to see, just feel the difference. So, from here, you can come up and over figure four my feet. Ankle leg. Right? All you have to do is hip thrust on flat. You can do it with one leg. Boom. Maybe. Do it now. Right? That's
Yeah.
the difference.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, totally. And like when you're on my underleg, it like extends me, which is sucks.
You start using these little hands and funnels.
Just being irritating.
Yeah. My wife hates when I do that. She says, stop. When did you get to do? So I just want you to think of if you've got that 3/4 guard now, you've got it back depending on what I do. Because if I just stay here, and this isn't long in the game, I'll just stay here and let you fuck up. Waiting for you to just get a little greedy. But if I start going here, you're waiting on me and I'm waiting on you, and you cross face me to extend me up, I can't come back in. My instinct is going to be to try to curl in. You just overhook my head and you sit me up.
Yeah.
When you sit me up, I'll show you. When I sit you up, I'm trying to swivel around your body, leading with my knee. So we're here. Start framing. Right here. Want this forearm? You here. You're blocking my thigh.
Okay.
This structure is sound from here to here. So I can't go in there. I know I can't beat it. So I'm worried about this frame. So I don't know what to do. I just gonna pretend. Shit. Crossways.
Not again!
So I'm trying to
Head manipulation here. See head manipulation.
Yeah.
Alright. Being stubborn.
Stop on my hip.
There it is. Okay. Got it.
It's okay. It's not always gonna be like intuitive.
It makes sense though now that you said it, because I was worried about this leg. I'm like, oh, that leg's still trapped. I messed up.
I'll sometimes trap that foot, make you think I'm gonna tweak it.
Yeah.
I'll even give it a nice little thrust. It won't hurt.
You can't do anything with it.
No.
Okay.
But you do want to have a better hip control. So when you stomped on my hip, I'm gonna after that you can be able to put your foot out. Or I like to do too. Give you little secrets. Like I'll only get one hip. I'll just keep across. As long as I got this shoulder,
Oh gosh.
you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
If I try to go this shoulder, you can slink out and go flat. But when I get this, you think I'm losing. If I get this in, I'm done. You're kind of fucked. You know, and I just come back in. I'm all twisted. So I can pause for a second, just crack chucking one hip, as long as I have the opposite shoulder.
Okay.
Let me get this knee in between here. You're starting from a really bad position.
Okay.
Oops. There we go. Much better. Your hand fighting and your foot home. You're not thinking about it, you're just doing it. It just, if all we do is roll, you're not always going to set yourself up for success. This is why it's good to just drill it.
Yeah.
So, what I've given you is a lot of information to just see these paths. You're not going to see them for a while. You're going to see them like,
Yeah.
so it's our answer. So we'll just go from that, and we can just roll if you want. Or we can drill this down. You can incorporate that cross lateral step. So when you're getting here, and if I just say I want to drop in 10 minutes, so from here, if I'm here, right? I want you to do this. Can you step over my head from here?
Instead of being all the way up here.
And it's all good, because this feels like I'm doing really good right now. But really, the only thing that's blocking me is my hook back here. But if you move and drop your knee this way, so you can set or you can just stay in my leg, you can just sit right on my knee. So if I'm here and this halfway, I'm waiting for you to engage in my tools. Why go the engage on?
Yeah.
And you're fine either way as far as you want to make contact, or if you just want to take a big step.
Once you got the hook, we're messing around. Alright, that's fine.
I know, when people do that to me, I'm like, of course it's there. Same thing here. If we're here, and let's just say I'm being kind of lazy. I want you to take a little penetrating step. Put your feet outside, because I don't think I have knees that way. And then start pushing my shoulder and my hand out this step.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get butterflies, and you start addressing my hand. It's not any faster, it's just a different path. Try to do it. Oh, it's okay. That's why we're doing. Just so you know it's here.
And
You might not get me going that direction, but just a little touch.
yeah.
It's a jab. It's a jab. Like, what is it doing? Look at my hand.
Messing around.
Focusing on that, right?
Yeah.
Stop focusing on the legs. I'm only focusing on the legs and push my head. So this is where Brian was saying, you're kind of doing both at once.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your center of gravity, and probably got to say, look at their medallion on their chest.
Yeah.
That's
That's all I learned too. Like when you're strengthening, you're just focusing like on the solar plexus.
We can't treat you as easily. This fucking, none of that matters, because this is all done for
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
So I think you're good to roll, and we're going to roll with a methodical manner. Once you get to side control, I want you to step.
Okay.
So you can go north-south, passing guard, get to side control, get them out, north-south, or take them back. But it's not necessarily, I didn't say one submission, right?
Yeah.
But
Good.
that's what I mean, like, we get so caught up in, here's move the day, half guard, knee cut, step over to armbar.
Yeah.
And all people hear is knee cut to armbar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pass the guard, establish control. That's all we're doing. And once you have side control, then you can go to the arm bar step over, or you can go north-south. If you go from the arm bar, you miss it, you go to north-south. If not, you revert back to side control. You're still in the dominant position. So we're going from one dominant position to another.
Yeah.
But you can't do any of that until you pass them.
Yeah.
Dante is really good at knee shield. Right, just smashing the shoulder, smash the shoulder. You do it really good because you have the knee shield. So if I'm being more consistent on the knee shields, you might have to realize when you have to address it with that fist in the mat. plank out, plank pass, or go to my belly and just let me cook with that knee on belly.
Okay.
Or break contact position and let me sit up and start playing with it.
Okay.
Just passing drill, just out of balance. So, the difference I did that was I came up with my elbow.
Yeah.
And it changes the whole dynamic of my body pattern.
And my torso went so high, my brain forgot everything.
It's okay. So, I didn't bring that up earlier and I didn't think about it, but that was my instinctively go to.
So would that be something I should address?
Yeah, and you should also do some balance. Yeah, if you can. Or can you get back in this position? And think, yeah, here, if I am real strong, can you redirect? So where am I strong? Only into this elbow, right?
Yeah.
So if you start changing the direction, that is going to be fun. It's just seeing that where's this force coming from?
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a good learning point. About bringing that. It's something. Time and position.
Yeah.
You can control from one side. From here. One, two,
Okay.
because you passed my guard, you may not have settled in side control, but you settled in my side.
Okay.
Because that's going to set up openings.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
You don't have to rush to side control.
Yeah. I seem to be able to find myself there.
Before you were kind of like having to go back to side control, I'm like, let's just settle in, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. Because now you can see what do you need to control me in side control. Head position, armpits, keep my knees down. But you're not actually literally putting my knees down, keep my hips on the ground.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you get some water if you want, then I'll go on top and I'll try to pass. And you're just going to work on your defense. See what I do, see what I don't do.
Okay.
Need water or anything? Okay. exhale is like, so even though you're moving and you're reframing and you're pummeling to get to different positions, I'm sprawled out in a good base.
Yeah.
I'm settling in. And it's not that you're panicking. It's not. You're trying to initiate your entry, but you're in a good position everywhere you go. You just don't do that right now. So I try to do exactly what I told you. Underhook, sprawl, lock the hips. I almost felt like I was going north south. Grab your butt cheek, right?
Yeah.
Block your hip, but also block your knee from the shooting. So,
Yeah. Okay.
seeing it?
Yeah.
Seeing it?
Oh, there's that crush.
There's always a little knee flick.
Ah, shoot.
But seeing it,
Yeah.
feeling it, you're gonna start seeing it. You may fall it. I don't get it. I don't get it a lot of people.
Yeah.
But drilling it with you, I'm just getting practice. I never drilled it. I've been since I was like that. It was always there.
Right.
The
Yeah.
Same, the same thing with the open guard. When you're like playing this game, boom, take a step. Just take that step and try not to con and shit. You know? Or I go to do this and you hide your heels. Right? Obviously I'm trying not to jab you.
Super basic.
So, heel toss, chest pump. Measure your head, boom. I did all three of them.
Yeah.
So, you're not really trying to penetrate now, you're trying to redirect my knees. Oops, you're good. You're starting to see the
Yeah.
push pull. Do I have a foot? Do I have a head? Can you have a wrist? Sometimes it's real simple. Call it Statue of Liberty. I don't know what else calls it. I just grab your heel, lift it up, and I walk right past. So if we're playing this game, whatever, and I just go. It's super simple, but the moment
Yeah.
it's not always there, but when it's there, you're just gonna laugh.
Yeah. And I feel like it's just a matter of patience too.
So
Like you're super strong.
Aggressive guard. Like what aggressive guard? You push down hard. Like here. To get my ledge, just lift it up. In there. Put it in there. Take a Statue of Liberty. They're not going to accept it because they're waiting to rotate back into the guard. So if you know that aggressive guard, oh. So I'm not literally going all the way up unless I'm on my knees, but I'm trying to keep it elevated because when I do that, you can't. You can't. Foot down. I go heel toss. I'm still down. Okay, cool. And it's not real technical.
No, not at all.
So you can practice. Penetrating the knees, dropping the knee to a knee pad, going 3/4 mount, cross face, that, step over, side control, knee pick side control, north south. We teach us north south control too, but that's really good. That's a lot.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything this year.
It's great.
So,
Yeah, just finding control and being able to finally clicked for me at some point this last year with arm bars. Just I don't even need to get the arm bar if I can just be sitting on you. I got your arm, and you're wasting your energy. And I'm just like, yeah, all right, we'll get there.
You get tired.
Yeah, instead of trying to hurry up.
So today I want you to think of what you are starting to see, but then also what you felt from me. Because I can't tell you like everything that I was doing, I was definitely just sinking and letting you.
So that's sinking in.
I was just maintaining my position.
Yeah.
Anytime you move, I'm like, oh, he shifted, I'm gonna go opposite. Oh, he's framing, I'm gonna grab his butt cheek.
Yeah.
And then I frame on opposite shoulder. So now I was blocking your right hip and I'm kind of cross facing. So when I cross face you,
Really small movements too. Just like
I'm trying not to lose my position. And if you power through with really good permission with bottom, like some of these athletic people do, just make a halo starfish. Starting fucking exhausting themselves, trying to lose your position. You're gonna double down on the collar, and you're
Yeah.
gonna get stuck.
yeah.
Um,
It's a lot of energy too to hold that.
yeah, it's instinctive to really grip.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you're falling off a cliff and there's water below, you probably try to grab a rock which will make you slide straight down instead of jumping off and
Yeah.
pushing off the rock. I'm not saying that's the way to do it, I'm just saying I'm thinking of an analogy. Instead of me holding on to you and maintaining control, I'm just gonna maintain position.
Yeah.
I want you to think of that. You've lost control, let's maintain position.
Yeah. Stay on top.
Yeah, we gotta pass the guard, we gotta break the guard to pass the guard, if it's closed guard, but we gotta pass the guard and establish control for 3 seconds. If we can't establish control, we want to maintain that position of being up against. Maybe that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's,
Yes.
I'm sure there's a whole
That helps with the patience
Yeah.
mindset too.
Yeah, because if we're still on our feet and we're playing this game, and I'm not here, you fall to your side, let's say, and I'm still here, I haven't passed the ball.
Yeah.
So if you can measure whether your hips are past, my hips are past your hips, I still haven't passed.
Right.
Even here, if I did this, I'm still not passed. Right? Because all I have to do is just believe right. Even here. See, let's just follow right here, even here. Let's just even stay here. I'm still not passed.
Right.
Because my hips are not past your right. I'm in a very good position, right?
Right.
But you did exactly what you should have done. You just regarded. So if I start coming here, you're going to turn in. Regard. Alright. And all this stuff comes to what Brian was saying, bring that knee up here. And what I can do,
Oh yeah.
what I don't preach because there's no lesson, I hug my own elbows.
Like this.
I'll even do that right here.
Oh yeah. I remember we did this a couple weeks ago.
I'll do that because I cannot bring my knee into my shoulder. But you can.
Hold it.
Yeah. Or you can frame on the outside of your knee. So I start pushing here. Boom. And if I start moving here, you can shoot to a triangle right here. Boom. Right? You can maintain control position. So you're gonna start seeing things like that. And just not letting it pass there. So it's not your time to go, okay, he's gonna be passed. I'm not passed. I'm not passed. I'm not passed. Don't move. I'm not passed. I'm not passed. Here, you're in me.
Yeah.
And I'm still not passed because you have your knee. Again, you come. So what I have to do is I have to drive in. I want you to move this on the left hip, on the left hip. And I'm right here. So it takes that way. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not passed. This is why I'm blocking here. Because I don't want you to shift. Once you start coming up, it's a whole different fight. You now aggressive. You went from defensive to completely offensive. So I have to know that I haven't passed. The reason why I do that is less than I control.
Yeah.
I never passed because I established the pass and I established times. So
Okay.
as I start coming here, I'm not passed. I'm not passed. I'm not passed. You're still in front of you. You're still fighting.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Again, with the patience. It helps with the patience.
I just wanted to pause there because I was,
I was like, I gotta get my knee in there. But I just barely had enough room.
I wasn't really, I didn't have a good base. The only where I was strong was here. If you teetered me back somehow, I had no base back here.
Okay. But you had me focused on that grip on my hip or
And it's okay. It's okay.
Those are the distractions though that I'm learning.
I'm fluidly making connections to you to establish my base that I don't have. So I'm trying to pin you to the earth
Gotcha.
instead of me posting on the map.
Yeah.
So I guess here, I wasn't being as effective because I had my weight on my elbow and my knee, but I was bringing it into your body and I was pulling your head.
Yeah.
So even though all my weight was on these 2 points of contact, that was just a kickstand. So if you wrestled up, I would have been able to frame in.
Yeah.
But had you gotten under the
Yeah.
swam me over,
Yeah.
or the knee shield, which you got in, create space. You did, you got it.
Yeah.
Create space. Now I just have to react. I'm going to go down, and now you can start playing from there.
Okay. That underhook. I was thinking, oh, that's too far up. I'm going to expose my arm. That's not the right move. But it makes sense now. If I would have looked at your structure, it's like that. Instead of the triangle, you have that plank. It's like
If you can come up to that elbow, it's stronger. If you can come up in an explosive manner, all the way to the hand, that's even better.
Yeah.
But usually we're stuck and smash.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
So I'm going to be here and I'm going to smash. I'm going to be, I think I was controlling you. Let me see, I was controlling this one too. Make it difficult for you. Good. Come to the elbow. Reach into that. And all I'm doing from here is I'm reversing those. I'm trying to go.
Yeah, that's that drill we did last month.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
So I'm really trying to keep this shoulder buried. Even though you've got my leg shot, trying to keep this shoulder buried. So you use this one. The bottom one. Around the back. I'm going to move direct. There we go. I'm going to leave your elbow around it. So instead of leaving your hand,
Yeah.
I want you to think this. You're framing stuff. You just smoothly put your elbow in my armpit and lean that way and pull down my chest. Your hand can over. Same thing when we're standing. Leave the elbow. Good. And let's get it. Now, as you come up, you're going to keep this. Same thing when we're in this position. I'm framing here. No, shit. I can't leave my hand. With my elbow. Trying to get my elbow there.
So strong, yeah.
I'm
Because I
trying
can
to.
only hold that for so long.
Yeah. You're gonna try to pummel somewhere. Instead where I'm holding you open up, where I can just leave that. You do
Yeah.
the same thing standing up. So play this game. Your fight goes over. Here. Oh man, you're so good. We did it all the time. And then just leave it with the elbow. So you can start thinking, we're trying not to lead with our foot, we're trying to lead with our knee in other positions. So you do this, trying to lead. When you're trying to recover guard, you're not pulling your foot out and leading it over here. Try to get your knee up and then pull out.
Yeah.
Same position. So, getting a collar tie. That's once you lead with the elbow, elevate. So you can go from this to this. You have it. You go to this, you go to this. Whichever one. You go body up, shoulder. This is kind of what's good. So you're not telegraphing that at all.
Cool.
All platform on elbow, palm, and then Susie, under, I want you to get going chest to chest, bring your hips in, so that I can't start pulling my start controlling me from this. Even though I'm in a so-called dominant position. So if I go too shallow, I'm at risk.
Yeah.
I have to go deep.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I have to be patient. Going out here where it was 50-50. I got to be. So, the roots. You check the hips in. You do a body rock when you want to hold it. Look at that. My hips on my toes, I have good base. I can't drop here. I'm level. I'm here. Okay. So think of it that way. You're going to have to be a little bit tighter with the elbows.
Yeah.
Or be
Get
cognizant.
in.
Let your hands. Yeah, let your hands.
Thanks, man. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. That was awesome.
Yeah. You got some sweating, you got
Yeah.
some drills in,
Yeah.
and we got hurt.
Really got hurt.
Here.
It's the best part. Yes.
I think it's just fine tuning your stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like,
And just